And if you forget, you can always turn on the program tomorrow, Thursday mornings at 6 a.m., and this show will be repeated. So get out your pencils and so you can write down things to find out what's going on here in River City, Sacramento. And if you know of any events or meetings you think we should know about, call me, Reva Camiel, right now. You can be part of the solution rather than part of the problem. Call us now at our open line, 456-5199. So Janet, will you please tell us a little bit about the path that led you to become involved in the library and other community concerns?
I've been involved in libraries since I was a teenager, and started working at the library in my hometown and then in my college library. And I became involved because I have been able to see how libraries change people's lives. They have really made a difference, whether people need to learn to read and come to the library to learn how to read through the literacy program. I've seen children grow up in libraries, go all the way through school.
You're in front of one right now. The libraries were the Benjamin Franklin Library in East Los Angeles was my savior.
Mm-hmm. And for so many kids, it is. It's their way out of poverty for many of them. It is their retreat from family life that is not acceptable to them. And it's a real charge. Librarians get kids excited about reading. They get them excited about various parts of their lives that they never would have learned about in school.
Yeah.
It's really something special.
Yeah, my librarian there, Mrs. What was her name? Oh, I always remember it, and right this minute it's left my mind. But she was always there to greet me when I came into the library with my dog Trixie. Trixie was the only dog allowed in the library. She was very special. She sat on a little round table in the children's room, and everybody could go over and pet her. And my librarian had a special book for me every time I came in and knew just what would be the right book for me at the right age every time.
And that's one of the great things about librarians is they are able to personalize. They get to know the kids, they get to know the seniors, they know what they like to read, and are able to set books aside or
They
talk
still
to
do
them.
that,
They
huh?
still do that. We still do that, and we get to know them on a basis as a family, so that we encourage the whole family to participate in the libraries.
Good.
But it's wonderful. Everybody has a personal. Those who have been associated with libraries always have a special personal story.
So that
to
personal source for you was your librarian when you were a kid,
tell.
and that
Yes.
got
her
you.
name I remember. It was Mrs. Watson.
I'm
She
going to
was-
remember her name before I leave here. So if I scream out a name, you know who that is. I really do want to honor her. There were two, and her name. I'm having a senior moment right now. I can't remember her name, but a terrific librarian. In fact, I became reacquainted with her after I was teaching at the State University in the Valley. I was teaching sex education, and I had found out somehow that she was the head librarian for the San Fernando Valley. And I called her and asked her if she'd come and talk to my class, and she remembered me. She came to my class, to the college class, and she was just as excited about books, 30 years later, as she was when I was a kid. She talked about how the subject of sexuality had changed in children's books and how much more open they were. We don't have to go to the locked boxes anymore to get the books out.
Oh yes, the materials for children that are available today, as opposed to even 20 years ago, it's just marvelous. The illustrations, the quality of the writing, I think is better than adult books for the most part. And kids, when they get involved in reading, it goes back to if we get them started in reading readiness, they do so much better in school and the public library. And one of the reasons I was not originally a public librarian.
What were you?
I was an academic librarian. I worked in colleges and university. And I came to California, and I was so disappointed in the public libraries in California. Compared to the libraries in the East, they were just, the hours are bad.
Oh,
The materials are were out of date. And unfortunately, we tried to build it up, and we fell back in the 90s, and now we're trying to do it again, to build it back up to something that's appropriate for the capital city. of
What is your
California.
part in helping it to grow?
Well, as the associate library director, I'm involved in doing the master planning for the library. And we have been able to accomplish some things as far as the city of Sacramento is concerned, but we're still not doing what we need to do for those county branches outside the city of Sacramento.
Yeah, so how far are the libraries, what do I want to say, the county libraries, are those the ones that are also in the city?
We're a city-county system, although most people don't realize it because we're funded different. We're funded separately. The city's funding comes from the city general fund, and the county's comes from a portion of the property tax. So the funding makes it a little bit different as far as the kinds of services we get. For most people, it's seamless. They can borrow from any place. They can visit any library, but the hours are different. The support of the materials is
Who
different.
has the better hours, the county or
Oh,
the
no,
city?
the city by far, because
Okay.
they passed an assessment 4 years ago.
Okay, give us a call at 456 if you have questions like I do to ask about the libraries. So give us a call at 456-5199 and get it from the main person's mouth. So now I'd like to introduce you to Dorothy Baker Mill, and she's with Proposition P. And if you don't know what Proposition P is, she's here to tell you and tell us about herself too, how she got involved.
Yes, I'll be very glad to. I do want to point out it's Measure P.
Measure
it's,
P.
It's
See,
a
I
measure.
didn't have it on my ballot, and I couldn't find it.
Well, you have to be voting in the county in order to have Measure P on your ballot. And I am very much involved in the field operations of Measure P, and that is where we actually run the campaign, do the precinct walking, do the calling, do the mailing, all of that. The actual understanding of Measure P and the explanation, I would like to turn you back over to Janet for that, and then I would like to come back on and give you some ideas about what you could do to help the campaign and help see that
would
this
be
measure
great.
passes.
Yeah, if you have nothing to do, you listen carefully, and these ladies will find something for you to do.
Oh, well, the whole premise behind Measure P is we listen to our constituents. We listen to the people who live in our communities, and they wanted several things. They wanted more hours, particularly evening and weekend hours. They wanted to replace and update their library materials, books, and get more electronic resources. They wanted more computers in libraries. Very concerned about children. They wanted reading programs and literacy program for children. And then we have a growing number of seniors, and the seniors were very interested in that. So we've put together...
Let me just ask one thing. Have people who don't speak English who are adults, are they counted, or do they come in, or can they be reached?
Oh, yes. We reach them through our literacy program, and we have an outreach program. We have a Wonder Wagon that was funded in part from help from various service groups, including the Rotary of Sacramento. And it goes into communities and works with diverse communities.
So that the kids can come and go in the wagon and find something to read.
And it gets them sort of is that first step to getting them into the library, feeling more comfortable.
We had some of those when I was a kid too. Yeah, absolutely.
We still run. Yes, they still run.
In the late 30s and early 30s, during the Depression, we had a lot of wonderful things, like not only with the libraries but with the school system. We had wonderful trips to the dinosaurs and
Well, I wish
museums.
I wish I could remember the lady's name who was the librarian during the Depression.
Perkins.
And
Mine was Perkins. Mrs. Perkins. Okay.
And so she saved the libraries in the Los Angeles area, which is where you grew up. So important.
Your radio station is The Voice, 91.5 FM, cable FM 88.7, and worldwide via streaming media at www.sacramento.org.
Yeah, so you were saying about the libraries.
Yes, the measure that we've put together then speaks directly
Measure
to the
P.
Measure P. speaks
What does
directly
P
to
stand for?
public libraries.
Ah, thank you. Okay,
It's easy to
public
remember.
li-
Public libraries.
Public libraries. Okay.
What it is $22 for a for family residence. It's not on commercial or any other kind of property, just on residential property. It's for 4 years, and there's no hidden cost and no escalators, no cost of living, and there's no overhead. So that all the money that's collected in a library service area goes directly back to that library service area to improve that particular library, and it will. Over the 4-year period, it'll be about $20 million.
Uh-huh. So what you're saying is that the money of the amount of families that are in one particular area, if they have more people that are using the library, there'll be more $22.
Correct.
And that $22 goes to that particular library in that community.
So, for instance, if they live in Carmichael, the money raised in Carmichael goes to the Carmichael Library. Same in Elk Grove or Galt or wherever people live.
And so none of this money is going to the city
None of
libraries
it.
then?
Absolutely none of
Because
it.
we already had that in 4
Yes,
years
that
ago?
was done, and they're happy. In fact, I'll pass it back to her because many of the people who are volunteering are city people because they're so happy with their service. They want everybody to enjoy this service.
Yes. So Janet, come on back to you.
Okay, I'm Dorothy.
Dorothy. Oh, God.
That's all right. Yes, that's true. A lot of the volunteers on the campaign are people in the city who have seen what a difference the extra funding has made, and they want all the libraries in Sacramento to have the same advantages.
What are some of those advantages that the city has?
The big one is more open hours.
Uh-huh.
That is a really really appreciated advantage to people.
Like what are their hours?
Evenings, weekends, Sunday. Sunday is
Sunday? Wow.
Oh yes, I remember when I was growing up, the libraries were all open on Sundays,
Oh, we
and
didn't have it open.
that's when we went. That's when the family went, and that's when families have free time. That's when kids need to do their homework. We need to have more weekend hours and more evening hours for libraries, and Measure P will do that for the county as it has done it for the city.
Terrific.
Yeah. Now, what I would like to do is talk to the people out there who love libraries and think this sounds like a good idea. I want to ask you to help us get the word out to everybody in the county of Sacramento about this measure, Measure P. I would like you to encourage people to vote yes on Measure P and encourage people to come on out and work on the campaign.
Great. Well, it looks like we have a caller for Janet, and his name is Charles. And let's see, Charles, speak your voice, and let's see if I'm getting you here in the room where we are right now.
Hi, Janet.
Hi. Can you hear him? Okay. If you could talk a little louder.
Sure.
Okay, now we can hear you.
Okay.
What'd you want to say?
Well, I wanted to ask Janet. My mother, she's a displaced worker, lifetime employee over at McClellan, and she was trained as an instrument mechanic, not a librarian. But she was curious about employment opportunities in the public library system.
She was wondering. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that word. What did she want to know about the libraries?
Employment opportunities for people that
Employment
aren't
opportunities. Okay, good question.
It's a good time for employment in public libraries. I can't always say that, but right now it's a good time. And if she would just call our main number, we would be glad to give her the employment information. It's a test that is easy to take, and if she's had some work experience, she probably qualifies for one of our library assistants.
Does she have to have library experience?
No, not for that level. We have what we call paraprofessionals, and they're people who love libraries but don't necessarily have the education in library science.
So what would they be doing?
Well, they're the people who check out books. They check in books. They work in the collection development. They do clerical tasks.
What's collection development?
There you go.
That's one she might like. We work as a group to choose the materials for the library, and ordering and processing them takes a lot of people to do that. And so that's the kind of thing we work in as we develop our collections.
Good. Did you give him a number?
It's 264-2770.
Okay, and how about like the inside scoop here? Some things that she would want to stress that might put her in a favorable light.
Well,
Different skills that you're looking for.
I think interpersonal skills are
Yes.
important in libraries.
Be nice to people.
It sounds like she's a mother. That's always good. And if she's worked with various children's, as you were growing up, if she worked with Boy Scouts and things like that, that's always helpful. If she has certain clerical skills, I'm not quite sure what she did at McClellan.
Yeah,
but
As a matter of fact, this is the totally opposite direction. She worked for 25 years as an instrument mechanic.
Well, the precision of libraries is something that is very important. We have to be accurate because once a book is lost, it is lost for a long time. So I think that kind of background probably would stand her in very good stead.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
You work with precision instruments, all of that. So, okay. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thanks for calling, Charles.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, anybody else who wants to give us a call, call us at 916-456-5199.
And Charles, I'd like to say if your mom has some free time, she could come on down to headquarters and we could certainly give her some, I'm afraid, volunteer work, but it would be very important work for the library.
Probably not only that, that would give her an idea of whether or not she likes that kind of work. Probably would,
Absolutely.
and it would probably bring her up on the list of people they might want to hire, which is somebody who has had some experience.
Well, that's true, too, and you would certainly meet a lot of librarians.
And you could have written probably recommendations by the librarians.
Well, at least by the campaign workers.
Very good. Okay, so what else did you want to let us know about?
Well, I think Dorothy's talking about various kinds of jobs that people can do to help us out with the campaign. We need people who are willing to walk precincts in their area, and if you don't live in the county, come out and make phone calls to people. We don't have any opposition, but it's a 2/3 vote, and so what we need to do is get people to know about us. Once we tell them about it, they're excited about it. But when you're in a presidential campaign and there's so much other stuff going on, just to get to the bottom of that ballot, which is where the county measures are, we need to remind people, and so we've been making some phone calls.
Yeah, because you do need 2/3
Yes.
of which vote? Well, what if everybody that voted yes? Let's say 5 people voted and they all voted yes. That would be 100%, or that would beat the 2/3.
Yes, we need the 2/3.
2/3 of the amount of
supermajority
people who are
vote.
voting.
2/3 of the people
All
who are
right, so
voting.
get out there and vote.
And for people who don't want to call, we put out yard signs. We need a lot of gopher type things. So
Yeah, so if you
Dorothy
got a
maybe
yard and you
has
want
other-
a sign,
Yes, that would be very helpful. If you would like a lawn sign, I can give you the phone number of headquarters. You can call in, and we will bring it to you, and it's free. It says yes on P, and those are a very effective way to get the word out about this measure. And people will see it, they'll see that their neighbors are voting for it, and that would help us a lot. Some of the other things we need people to do are to help get mailings out. Telephoning, of course, is really important. We need to talk to the people who are undecided.
do they have to have a phone?
Oh, no, they can come to headquarters, absolutely.
And where are
Or
they?
they can phone from home, either one. We
And
can
where are
arrange
your
it either way.
headquarters?
We are in Rancho Cordova. Our address is 3030 Matherfield Road, Unit A. We're between Highway 50 and Folsom Boulevard. We have a big banner out in front that is red, white, and blue. It says Yes for Libraries. We're open from 9 in the morning till 9 at night.
Wow.
Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, we usually close about 6. And on the weekends, we're open from 10 until 3. Oh, and I would like to give our phone number as well.
Yes, please give your phone number.
366-8726.
That's for the campaign, right?
That's the campaign headquarters.
Give it to me one more time.
Sure. 366-8726. And ask for me. I'm Dorothy. I'll be there, and I'll be delighted to talk to you.
Are you there all those hours?
Just about, except when I come out to do a radio show.
Oh my goodness! Are you taking good care of yourself?
Lots of vitamin C.
You're looking great, and you have a lot of energy. So,
Well, thank
you
you.
were running around looking for Janet a little while ago.
Your running was the word, yeah.
Making sure she got here and found her way. And how about yourself, Janet? Anything that you want to say as we kind of wind up right now?
Well, we really appreciate all the help from all the volunteers that we're getting because they care about their communities. They are activists in their communities, and they see the benefit. It's a long-term benefit to have good libraries in your community.